Hey guys, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we'll do a comparison of two mid-range phones, the Micromax Canvas Hue with the Moto G 2014. So these two phones are priced in similar category, the Canvas Hue being priced at 10,999 while the Moto G 2014 version is priced 12,999. Although there are certain differences in the specs and features offered, they do compete with each other in the same price category, that's devices within 10 to 15k range. So we'll quickly have a look at the specs first. So talking about the Micromax Canvas Hue, this is the newest phone from Micromax, which sports a 5-inch HD AMOLED display. It's powered by quad-core processor, 1GB RAM, there's 8GB internal storage, Android 4.4, and a promised upgrade to Android Lollipop. It has an 8-megapixel rear camera with flash, and there is also a 2-megapixel front facing camera. So that is the spec aspect of the Micromax Canvas Hue. Now talking about the Moto G 2014 version, this is a hugely popular device, and Motorola released the second generation version back in September 2014, and this device got the Lollipop update few weeks back. So we already done a video on that. Now let's go to the spec aspect. So this comes with a 5-inch HD display, the IPS LCD display. It's powered by the Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor with 1GB RAM. There is 16GB internal storage, and again it is expandable via microSD card. On the camera aspect, this has an 8-megapixel rear camera with LED flash and a front-facing 2-megapixel camera. So there are lots of things which are common to these two devices. Both have similar displays, RAM. There is the processor on both these devices are quad-core processor. Then there is the camera similarity, so lots of things are similar. Now let's go into the detailed comparison of these two phones, and first up let's talk the design and build quality. So talking about the design and build quality, you can see that the Micromax Canvas Hue has a better design when compared to the Moto G, because it's slimmer and it's more stylish and gives it a premium feel with this gold finishing, while the Moto G has the tried and tested design of the previous generation of Moto G. It's pretty cool. It's a curved back panel. It's pretty easy to hold as well. The Micromax Canvas Hue is also a bit taller than the Moto G. So on the design aspect, we would be inclined to choose the Micromax Canvas Hue because it has a uniform thickness and it's pretty compact than the Moto G. But having said that, the build quality, we would pick the Moto G because it has a better quality materials. You can see that even though the Micromax Canvas Hue has a better design and it's more or less glossy, but we are disappointed with the quality of the plastic here. So even with 1 week of use, you can see a lot of smudges and scratches happen on this rear panel. So that's not very desirable. So you'll always be needing a protective cover, so that's not very desirable. But on the other hand, the Moto G has a really great finishing, the matte finish rear panel, and it has really great quality. We have been using this device for almost 6 months and we didn't have any scratches or stuffs like that. So while the design we would say the Canvas Hue is better, the build quality the Moto G is better. Now moving on to the display on these two smartphones, both have the 5-inch HD display. The display on the Micromax Canvas Hue is a Super AMOLED HD display, while on the Moto G we have a IPS LCD HD display. While the display specification on both these devices are similar, we would say that the display on the Micromax Canvas Hue is a bit more colorful because it's an AMOLED display, while the Moto G has an IPS LCD display. Having said that, both the displays are really good. The touch response is really cool on both these devices. We don't really have any complaints on either of the displays. But if you love vibrant displays, we would be inclined to choose the Micromax Canvas Hue, but the Moto G display is not far behind. Now moving on to the software and the performance side. So both these devices initially came with Android 4.4 KitKat with 1GB RAM and quad-core processor, while the Moto G is powered by the tried and tested Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor. The Micromax Canvas Hue is powered by a MediaTek quad-core processor, that's a 1.3 GHz with 1GB RAM. Now the software aspect on these two devices are entirely different. While the Moto G has a core Android UI, the Micromax Canvas Hue has a custom UI from Micromax, and the UI on the Micromax looks different from core Android because it does not have an app drawer, it has multiple home screens. So that's one major change with respect to the UI. But on the other hand, you can see this is almost like a core Android. And if you like a core Android experience, the Moto G would be a better choice. So in the software aspect, while the Canvas Hue has a custom UI, we like the UI on the Moto G because it's very simple and easy to use, and there is the typical core Android stuff. Now talking about the performance, both these devices have 1 GB RAM and a quad-core processor, and the performance on the Moto G was better than the Canvas Hue. The Canvas Hue, although it does have a quad-core processor from MediaTek, there was slight lag here and there when you use multiple apps running in the background. If you play games, there was a slight lag, but we didn't find much of an issue with the Moto G. So in the performance aspect, we would say the Moto G is better because it has the Snapdragon 400 chipset, while the Canvas Hue has only the MediaTek quad-core chipset. Now talking about the internal storage, the Micromax Canvas Hue has only 8 GB internal storage, while the Moto G has 16 GB internal storage, and both can be expanded via microSD card. So that was the software and the performance side. Now moving on to the gaming experience, as we said in our performance aspect, the Moto G is slightly better in terms of performance when compared to the Micromax Canvas Hue, and this also reflects in the gaming performance as well. The gaming performance on the Snapdragon 400 is better than the MediaTek processor, both having 1 GB RAM. So if you're looking for a gaming experience, we would suggest the Moto G, because the Moto G has a better gaming performance. There was no lag, while on the Canvas Hue, although the overall performance was pretty decent, we did encounter slight lags here and there. Now moving on to the camera experience, both these smartphones have the 8-megapixel rear camera with LED flash and a front-facing 2-megapixel camera. Now talking about the interface, we can say that clear winner is a Micromax Canvas Hue, because it offers lots of options, features. We have modes, while a lot of things are missing on the Moto G. And moreover, Moto G has this autofocus bug. That means you cannot really autofocus with touch focus. There is no touch focus, and whenever you keep this autofocus thing, it may not really work out. But on the other hand, the Canvas Hue does not have any such issue, and you can just touch on the screen to focus. So that's one good thing about the Micromax Canvas Hue. So the interface wise, we would say the Moto G is slightly lacking in terms of features when compared to the Micromax Canvas Hue. But when you talk about the overall photo quality, the Moto G is the winner, because we compared the camera performance of these two devices in our comparison video. You can check out our YouTube channel, and we have uploaded a video wherein we have compared the camera samples from the Moto G with the Micromax Canvas Hue, and you can clearly see that the Moto G had better photo quality, and the Micromax Canvas Hue was lacking in colors. But having said that, there is another thing which where the Moto G is again lacking is the video recording. Moto G supports only 720p video recording, even though the Snapdragon 400 supports 1080p recording. While on the other hand, the Canvas Hue does support 1080p recording, and it's pretty decent. So in the camera performance, it's a mixed bag. If you're looking for more features in the camera interface, the Micromax Canvas Hue is better, while if you're looking for better photo quality, the Moto G is better. Now talking about the battery performance, the Canvas Hue has a 3000 mAh massive battery, while the Moto G has only 2070 mAh battery. So from the battery capacity, you can see the clear winner is the Micromax Canvas Hue, which gives you at least 1.5 days of battery capacity when you charge it fully. While on the other hand, Moto G will get you 1 day of usage. So in the battery performance, the clear winner is the Micromax Canvas Hue. So that was a detailed comparison of the Micromax Canvas Hue with the Moto G 2040. So summing up, which is the better device to buy? So there are quite a lot of things which are common, but it does differ in a lot of other aspects as well. While the Moto G is priced 12,999, which is almost 2K costlier than the Micromax Canvas Hue, you get a better software, you get better camera experience, and also 16 GB internal storage. While on the Micromax Canvas Hue, you get a slightly better display and also better battery performance. So that was a detailed comparison. Hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, just drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to your YouTube channel for more videos like this. And finally, thanks for watching this video.